In today's letter, I'd like to share with you how women can bond with men in a quicker and perhaps easier way. And this discussion is going to be highlighted with a hormone called vasopressin, which is a hormone that we release when we go through a challenge or an objective and we succeed, and we can high five and we complete that challenge under a certain level of stress where we have that achievement. You'll often find that happens with men who are in the army or in sports teams, sharing hobbies with their friends, and when it is their opportunity to break through and succeed, and there is that achievement reached and a high five, it's when men bond incredibly with each other and stay lifelong friends. So I want to share about that today, so that it's something you can be aware of and make use of in your relationship. It is also a known fact that men, particularly in the dating phases of relationships, do not bond over the telephone or through text. They can use words and they can say all they want to, but unless you're actually spending quality time with a man, doing shared hobbies, activities, meeting friends and family, he is not going to bond with you. He will often have many different options online, talking to many different women at one time perhaps, and just because he is giving you a lot of attention and saying all the right words does not always mean that he is bonding with you, and that's something that you want to really be aware of. So human connection and bonding is obviously a very complex and a beautiful thing, and we want to really enhance this effect so that we can enjoy better connections. It's also essential for the health of our societies and our communities to have good bonds and good connections, and all too often you'll see in a lot of these family dynamics that men have left and don't feel bonded to the families, they don't feel connected, and so the family units are often broken up, unfortunately. So therefore it's essential, I believe, in creating harmonious and more connected environments to bond. Vasopressin is a hormone that plays a crucial part not only in bonding but also trust building and our social connections. It's commonly associated with men, but it also has a significant impact on women, because it has been shown to influence behaviors such as trust, empathy, and pair bonding in both genders. Our research suggests that women and men have different ways of expressing and responding to vasopressin, though for men, this hormone often promotes protective and possessive behaviors, fostering a sense of loyalty and commitment to their partners. In women, it's going to heighten the emotional responsiveness and attachment to their partners. And of course, when these responses align, it can create a deep and lasting bond between the sexes. But how can women harness this power of vasopressin to strengthen their bonds with men? I have mentioned a bit in the beginning of this letter, and the key is lying in great communication, empathy, and shared experiences. That's the key. We know open and honest communication is crucial for the understanding of each other's needs and desires, and empathy allows women to connect with men on a deeper emotional level, fostering trust and intimacy. Allowing her to understand what experiences are important to him and what he naturally wants to put his money and energy into, and if she enters that world and is supportive and can be somebody who engages with him in that, she must not lose herself in that, of course, but to be able to look at that world, go into it, take part in it, be playful and flexible, and it'll be an experience for him where vasopressin can be released, and then he will feel like you're on the same team, and he'll realize in his mind, with her I can achieve things, we can be a team, she can be a part of my world. This makes him bond very much more. And so, of course, these bonds with vasopressin is going to be something that you can enhance and perhaps create a more lasting and fulfilling relationship with your man by doing this, not only at the beginning phases of dating, but also in a long-term relationship. So in that long-term relationship, if you're struggling and you are not feeling connected or bonded to him, suggest doing an activity. Go paintball shooting, go and play temp and bowling, go and do an activity where it's the two of you against a challenge or an objective. And it must be a physical activity and something where there is a great challenge. It doesn't have to be extremely risky, but there should be an element of risk, an element of pain perhaps, right? If any of you have been shot by a paintball bullet, you know what I mean. But this builds that connection and will foster a deeper relationship in his mind with you being somebody who enters his world and is able to be there for him on that level. He will feel a deepening of the bond. So thank you for being along in this letter today, and I wish you all the best with your bonds and your connections. Thank you.